Councilmember Morel? We have a quorum? Anita, what about me? Councilman? Yeah.
Good, good.
Yes.
All right, at this time, I make a motion to approve the minutes from September 25th and October 26th meeting. Second by Councilmember Harris. Working machines. All right. All right, good morning, everyone. Before I get started, the presentation. We're going to get started with the presentation. If we could have our speakers have a seat at the bottom. We're going to get started at this time. All right, Dave, yeah. All right, Wayne, we're waiting on you to kind of get us started. All right. Oh. We're here this morning. We're about to get started, everyone.
Have a glass I could flang right quick.
That'll do it.
Peace. Everybody get started, so I have to look at it and see. Thank you.
All right.
That's how we roll it up.
So we're here this morning to recognize and honor our rap and hip hop legends. As we know, the country is celebrating 50 years of hip hop. Also, as you know, there is no hip hop, there's nothing to celebrate without this city, without our culture, without our sound, without our voice, without our history. And today we have several legendary hip hop artists under one roof. And I'm very proud to be with this council to honor and recognize each and every one of you. We have the voice, I believe, of hip hop, Wild Wayne. All of you knew growing up, listen to Q93, Hot It at 8, 9 o'clock props, Slam with a Jam It. That's how you got your start back in the day. And that's how live you all got y'all start. And that helped create the fabric of hip hop throughout this nation. People are still sampling our beats. Our artists are still being talked about, rapped about, doing collabos all over the world with different genres of music. So we're going to do without any further ado is we're going to start with Councilman Green, work our way down, let everyone give an intro. Then we're going to turn the meeting over to. Yeah, Bill, I'm sorry. We're gonna let our panelists talk first, and then we're gonna turn over to the council, starting from my right, your left, Councilman Green on down, and then we're going to call everyone up one by one, take a picture with the council who was present. Before we do that, I want to let everyone know there is no way we could have gotten everybody. If we forgot you, blame it on the head, not the heart. If we didn't put you on the list as far as the proclamations, we'll be doing this for days. We got so many influential people from this city, but we will get you a proclamation. We will work with Mr. David, who helped put this together, get you your just due. So at this time, we'll turn the meeting over to Mr. Wild Wayne.
Well, first of all, I'd like to say thank you for having us. Myself and the collective of people that have been instrumental in influencing music globally from right here in the soil of the 504. And it goes back, I think, even further. I think sometimes people don't give folks like Alan Toussaint, who created like that original boom bap sound that was infiltrated New York and not given credit, and folks like Devious, who have done beats that have permeated the entire hip hop world. It's amazing to see all of these people in here, and I was definitely not the first, but I've been in the forefront of this, and I'm excited to represent it. I think we should have did this whole 50 years of hip hop even earlier and even bigger, and that's not to say that we can't, but I do appreciate the fact that it's being done, and that's important. We have a number of record label executives here that had a vision long before the rest of the world did. You had a number of people that came and did what they did. You know, people like Sporty T and New York Incorporated and Denny D and some of the early pioneers of New Orleans hip hop. So many that are not here that maybe lost their life or passed on that are not here, but we want to represent each and every one of those that's not here and that are here as well. So Successful 5 has been a partner in a number of things that I've done around the community and in the music industry. He's also been very influential in making some of these things happen. So kudos to Successful 5, and he'll have a word as well. But I'm just super excited about the fact that we've had such an impact. You know, I think sometimes you see the Beyoncés of the world using Bounce or any of these other national artists, but it all started right here. So the T.T. Tuckers of the world and the DJ Jimmys made that happen as well. Whether they were lyricists or party starters, like it all counted to the collective, and we have been impactful. And I will take 1 second. I think we have to figure out as a city council how to make sure our artists can make even more money from what's happening around the country that's utilizing our sound. And I don't know if that starts here or maybe on the next level, but I think that's something that should definitely be addressed. But a lot of our artists, you know, their later years kind of struggle and have not made the money that they probably should from their art and from their creativity. So I'm just happy that we're here today. Big shout out to everybody that came today, everybody that's going to get recognized, and thank the city council for making this happen today.
So I'm on, I'm good. Y'all can hear me? Yeah. Make some noise, New Orleans. Hey. So I appreciate Councilman King and David for, you know, starting this and reaching out, and I appreciate being a part of the culture and just growing up in this city, being a fan of the music, to be able to connect with these artists who came before me and laid down the groundwork, and these record label executives, the people that I call on and got the game from, and also became a peer. You know, so it's super important that we able to give them their flowers and, you know, give us our flowers and also just celebrate each other in a powerful way. So, you know, I appreciate everybody, all the family members that came out and support. You know, New Orleans is so instrumental in culture all around the world. And to see these people who come from the poverty-stricken city of New Orleans to make a big, major impact internationally, do what y'all did like giants. I wish I could turn around so y'all could look at y'all, man. Y'all look so beautiful out there, man. I just love this, and I appreciate everybody who here, and you know, my sisters, all my brothers, you know, who've been doing this, putting in the hard work, man. It's such an honor to be here and sit amongst you giants, man. I just love y'all, and I appreciate the council for giving everybody the recognition.
Yeah.
First of all, I want to say it's an honor of being here on working with Councilman Freddie King and David Hudson. If you don't know who David Hudson is, you should know who he is now. David Hudson was the spear, him and Councilman Freddie King, to make sure we get our recognition in this city, because we have been doing big things and we have not on a global scale been given a recognition. So for our city to show love to the people that laid the groundwork for this thing called hip hop is great. David Hudson up all night, 2 o'clock in the morning, calling me, asking me who name should and shouldn't be on there. And I said, we all, because New Orleans have done a great job. So like Councilman Freddie King said, if your name wasn't on there, it wasn't that we forgot about you. It was a short period of time. And as he said, you will get your recognition in due time. And I think in the upcoming weeks, he'll give out some more. But I just want to thank you guys. My childhood was great. You guys made house parties so fun. And I get to sit next to Wild Wayne, man. 9 o'clock props is on. Thank you.
And I wanted to make sure we had some female representation up here. So I got 3D Nati, who has been a trailblazer for the women. She's like the new school of hip hop, and not only an entrepreneur, and she is doing movies and everything else. So I wanted her up here to speak on the 50 years of New Orleans hip hop as well.
Thank you. And on behalf of all the artists in this room, I thank you guys for honoring us. There has been so many people in this room that has actually inspired me to do what I do. And the fact that our city is looking at us and giving us the just due and showing us that we aren't doing this in vain. New Orleans has such a rich and vast musical culture, not just jazz, but the fact that we come from the places that we do, and we are able to speak and show our perspective, and we're being appreciated by our city today. I really, really appreciate it. On behalf of everybody in this room, thank you, everybody who has made music and came from a space, not just to do it for us, but to also show who we are as people, who we are as creatives in New Orleans. Our voice is needed, not just in the city, all over the world. We can see the impact that we have as a hip hop culture here. So, you know, I'm just honored, and we're gonna keep this thing going for sure.
You know, we could not have DJ Jubilee up here. The original party starter. And even bigger than the music, he has been a anchor in the community, and I think that's important as well. Those go hand in hand, and we have to acknowledge that just as much as we acknowledge the music. So give it up for DJ Jubilee. Speak on it, June. Speak on it.
Stop that stuff. Get on. Roll with it. Stop that stuff now. I just want to say thank y'all for honoring these fellas here and these ladies, and just let y'all know that I've been DJing 42 years, so I kind of say everybody behind me. I started DJing in 1982, and not just that, it's just that we've been waiting on this. We've been waiting on this for a long time, and like I say, I started recognizing guys I ain't seen in 20 years. I'm like, man, wow, this is history. So y'all making history yourselves from giving us this glory and this honor, man. And I want to thank each and everybody out here today for letting me be a part of your life and being part of mine, man. And like I said, I'm gonna keep the fight, keep the faith, and try to get our city. I made a statement during Super Sunday last year. We have the power to make New Orleans the #1 city in the country. We got to change. We got to get these young adolescents to see the better part, the bigger picture, the bigger everything. So we can do that, help the schools out, let them know how important education is, let them know how important that we are to them. We can be a big role model to them. Let them know we made it. This is 30, 40 years right here behind. Right. So just let them know, man, that's what I'm saying. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
And we have the matriarch of this all.
Yes, Lord.
And she's from the Seven Wall where I'm from. So it would not be a thing even if we didn't have Mia X up here, because she is definitely one of our ambassadors, not only for the city, but she is such a role model to so many people. And she gonna bring it from the heart. I already know. Y'all give it up for Mia X.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
I just want to say thank you to the council for acknowledging us. Like 3D Nati said, a lot of times we feel like what we've done is in vain. And New Orleans, we created a whole nother subculture in hip hop called bounce music. And a lot of times we don't get the acknowledgement and the credit for the hard work we put in. We were children when we jumped in this game. I was 14 years old in 1984. And I just feel like today is a celebration. I get to see everybody. They always say, oh, Mia, you're nice, you hug us, because I be fanned out by the people in this room. We have some of the most talented people in the world, not in America, in the world. We create our own sound, our own cadence. We approach beats and use instruments like nobody else. So I am just so happy to be here with all of my brothers and sisters, everybody I look up to, whether they're older than me or younger than me, they have contributed something that is so valuable to this art form. And I just want to say thank y'all so much.
That's our mama.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning. My name is David Hudson, and I want first off give a shout out to all the councilmen and women that's in this building. Councilman Eugene Green, Councilman JP Morrell, Councilman Leslie Harris, of course, Councilman Helene Moreno, Councilman Joe Geruso, and last but not least, I want to give a shout out to Freddie King, because without Freddie King, we wouldn't have been able to make this happen. I honestly could have called any one of them to make this happen, but Freddie and I was talking about the hip hop thing, and we spoke on how the culture wasn't acknowledged. And I was like, Freddie, I'm like, Councilman, the culture of New Orleans is not being acknowledged the way it's supposed to be. So he and I got together, made some stuff happen. And of course, I couldn't have did it without my brother Cessful 5. So I called Cessful 5. I said, look, Cess, I need your help because I don't have contact information on all these people. It's gonna be impossible. So I said, give me a list of your people who you think we need to celebrate throughout the history of New Orleans for this 50-year hip hop. And then I reached out to my brother P-Town Mo, says you send me a list. I also reached out to my boy GDP. He's not present this morning, but I had everybody send out a list of people just to make sure everybody gonna miss somebody off the list. So everybody sent me their list, and we were just picking a name that we didn't pick. So for all the people who didn't get one, charge it to my mind and not my heart, because we definitely want to honor everybody, so we wasn't able to get everybody, of course. But for everybody that's in this room, we went ahead and got the list together and made it happen. It was in a short amount of time, so I know a lot of you guys got calls at the last minute to make this happen. So without further ado, I'm gonna give a round of applause. Y'all give a round of applause to Freddie King, Councilman Freddie King. Also, also, gentlemen, I want to give a shout out to our elected officials that's in the building. I see some of the judges that made it this morning. I want to give a shout out to two of my judges I see over there for sure. Judge Marissa Hudabarak. Barrett. Judge Nicole Shepherd. They definitely wanted to be here in representation of all of the elected officials. A lot of them couldn't make it this morning because everybody have a job, of course, you know, the day Monday, so they were able to put some stuff aside to show up. So the day Tuesday, I'm sorry, was do something yesterday with the day Tuesday. So without further ado, we couldn't have did this without y'all as well, because y'all the ones who put in the work. You know, we got the voice like Wild Wayne up here. We couldn't, a lot of y'all wouldn't have been able to be heard without Wild Wayne, so we got to give it up for Wild Wayne. Still got more to do. So without further ado, y'all, I'm gonna hand this over to the councilman. I just want to say we appreciate and congratulations to all y'all that's in the room.
This is not me. This council has been making an effort to highlight our local talent, whether you're a chef, dancer, a musician. We've been making a conscious effort to highlight our local talent since the day we've been here. And I don't know if a council before us would have done this. So I just want to thank my colleagues for supporting this effort. And every time we bring somebody up there, this council is definitely a different council, and we do it in our actions and our words. So that'll be enough, P-Town. That'll So Councilman Green, I'm sorry, we do have a comment card. Mr. Byron Cole, he would like to go. Oh boy, resurrected it.
How y'all doing today?
Right.
So I see so many people in this room that I respect. I gotta start right there. Boy, you the most slept on nationally signed in the city, period. So many of y'all elected officials that I respect. And you know, I don't lie, I really mess with Nicole. You hear me? I'll be blowing, y'all know that. All right. So look, this is what I wanted to say. Cheeky back up in this motherfucker. That's the first thing I wanted to say. The second thing I wanted to say is this. I got to say 7 Ward in here. You hear me? And because of my mama, wait, hold up. I'm never faulty. Gail Sayers with the Rock. They telling me this. You heard me? Yeah. And my mama was the Desire, 9 Ward. My wife was the Desire, Florida. So I could take this time to be petty, or I could be real. I'm gonna be real. Right. Thanks. He just told y'all that no other council would do this. You know why? Because they doing a lot of things that are contradictory. I ain't gonna pinpoint no one, but what I am gonna say is that if we all sat in here like this on just the major issues, a couple of y'all I see sitting in here, but if all of us just came on the major issues, we wouldn't have the facial recognition. I got to do you that, Freddie, because you was a defense attorney. All right. JP told Freddie that there was scientific proof that the facial recognition only worked for non-melanated people, that it could in fact glitz, and when it blitzed, it only blitzed on brown.
All right, Mr. Cole, your 2 minutes. Respectfully, Mr.
Uh-huh.
Cole, your 2 minutes are up.
I'm gonna stop the
Thank-
speaker back
thank
there
you.
not to put up on her day, and I love you, baby. We got
We appreciate it. Thank you.
Good job, we good. We good. Celebration, celebration.
All right, Councilman King, I am so pleased to be here today. And what a celebration it is of the positives that we have in the city of New Orleans. There are many reasons that I enjoy living in the city of New Orleans. There are many positive developments taking place in our city. And today is an example of that positive, the reason to celebrate our great city. What I'm impressed with is the number of people that I see out there who are musicians, but also contribute positively to our community, sponsoring youth events, having organizations come together to do some of the things that we need to have done in our city. I'm so pleased to have raised my children here in the great city of New Orleans because our artists, for example, do celebrate your talents locally and also throughout the nation. And yes, many times because we're a smaller city, we don't get the recognition that we need, but I'm going to tell you that there's more recognition than you think. I know a lot of people out there who talk about the New Orleans, the rap scene, the hip hop, the bounce music, the talent that we have. For example, even some of the older talent, we lost Gene Knight recently. You know, that's kind of my era, if you will. But it just reminds you over those years and over those decades of the great contributions that New Orleanians have made to the music scene and the culture scene of our city and throughout our nation. So yes, today is an example of the fact that the city council does celebrate our culture, does celebrate the good things that we have to offer. We do have a stake in our city of New Orleans. There is good throughout the city, and we must do everything that we can to focus on it. So on this day, this auspicious occasion where I look out and I see such great artists, I see such great promoters, I see owners of labels and the like, I am just so pleased to say that I am in the presence of greatness, and you all are the greatness. Thank you for celebrating your talent. Thank you for celebrating the things that you do well with our city, our state, and our nation. And it makes a very, very positive difference in our city. Thank you, everyone, for being here this morning. Councilman King, I think Mr. Green forgot something. Raise your hand if you want to say no. There you go. Well, make sure you're covered because he usually does that. All right, so my wife makes fun of me because whenever we go places, she will be very excited when she sees some famous like movie star, and that does not move me. But I will tell you today, I am geeking out because Wild Wayne is here. And I'm gonna tell you, like my older brother is a bit older than me. He's about 12 years older than me. And I remember as a little kid hanging outside his door at 9 o'clock. I remember 9 o'clock pops.
Yeah, yeah.
Hey, you, what's your name?
My name is Jay.
And to this day, I'm still salty because I was too young to get props. DJ Jubilee,
Yes.
man, myth, the legend. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yes.
Thank you.
Man and myth, the legend. What I find interesting, and y'all really say it in the most polite way possible, but I'm gonna say it a little less polite. We, as a city, with the work y'all have done, we're pioneers across this country. Everybody talks about Atlanta and Houston, but y'all were doing it before they were doing it. And the difference was, to Councilman King's point is, Atlanta and Houston are great self-promoters. Whenever their artists did things, the city celebrated those artists and promoted it. Whenever a hometown person had any success, they blew it up. In this city, that did not happen. As you guys pioneered across the country, the sounds people enjoy today, you did not get your roses at that time. And that's our fault. And I'm really happy today to be here with Councilman King to begin the process of doing that, because it is a travesty that you did not get the accolades you deserve at the time when you were pioneering the sounds that everyone listens to today.
Right.
So I'm so happy to be here. I'm so happy to be part of this celebration. As Councilman King continues to add names to the list, we're gonna see what else we can do to memorialize this for everyone going forward, because you are the true founders of the sound we hear across the country and across the world. Thank you.
Thank
Good morning, good morning.
Good morning.
Okay, this is amazing to be doing this today. Thank you, Councilmember King, for bringing everyone together. Wow, Wayne, I've been knowing you since my days on TV, you know? Across the street, exactly. Channel 6, that's right. So we used to do a lot of work together. And thank you to the panel for, of course, all that you do and your contributions to music, and everyone who is here today, and your contributions to the culture of our city. But more importantly, to what Councilmember Green talked about, for all of the positive impact that you're having to our community. Everyone on this panel, DJ Jubilee, what you talked about with the positive impact that you all have on children. I think that's so key. My girl, Mia X.
Oh, yeah.
Now, so JP was not fangirling. Yeah, on Wild Wayne. But I was definitely fangirling on Mia X when you walked in. I'm like, there she is. So Mia X, I have to tell you, as far as being a mentor to women and really being a person who is empowering women throughout the city, that's what this woman is doing. I've heard her in very, tough conversations at times when we did Fridays with Fran over at City of Love, and I'm telling you, with your words, you are changing lives of women in the city, and I thank you for that. And then as I look across, the audience, I see so many others who have done just tremendous work throughout our city, partners in crime. I mean, we did a whole concert together to uplift our community. Birdman couldn't be here. He had a conflict, but I mean, he's given so many different community events. It's even hard to count. Money Mike Willis. I mean, I think you're doing something every single weekend for the children of our city, and we appreciate you so much. So thank you all so much for all of your tremendous contributions, not just to music and culture, but to making New Orleans a much better place. And Wild Wayne, I wanted to tell you, you were talking about how the city can really promote our local artists, right? So one of the things that this city council is currently working on is, we have major events coming into our city all the time. A Super Bowl's coming, right? Essence Fest, Final Four, whatever it could be. And many of these events always require that the city give them a little bit of money, okay? Well, what our legislation is currently saying is for these events, if they want money from our city, then they need to guarantee that our local artists and vendors are going to be utilized as well. That's right. That's right. And so,
mandatory.
So look, here's the deal. So when that legislation comes up for a vote, I'm going to call this whole group again, and hopefully y'all can come support.
Where's the date? What's the date?
I'll send it to you, Robert. You got it. Thank you all so much.
So I came here in 1999 to go to law school, and I shook my ass at the Red Room, the House of Blues, Club Whispers, we were there together. And so I count y'all as helping me to grow up in New Orleans. Mia, Jeff, I feel like your family. Wayne, same thing. Jubilee, y'all are just stalwarts in this community, and I just want to thank you for everything you do. I really don't have words for it because it touches me so much. What we need to do is not only celebrate you, but make sure the next generation is coming up behind you, understands the history of hip hop, New Orleans' contribution to it, and making sure that they have studio space, that they understand the business of music, which is so critical. And so we as a city council can support that effort going forward. I also want to give a shout out to the inclusivity of New Orleans hip hop. You think about Katie Red and Frida, all of the rappers who, really might not be embraced in other cities. And so I just want to give a shout out to Katie, Frida, Sissy, because we need to make sure that we celebrate them as well. Thank you.
Good morning. Wayne, everybody's said how they've known you. I know you through your dad.
Right.
That's the way I know you. He's a resident. I love him, and what a great family you have. And I think that's what makes New Orleans so exciting, is that we're all separated by not 6 degrees, but by 1 degree. And DJ Jubilee, you hinted into that. How we turn things around is by knowing each other and by being with each other. After COVID, these chambers have been so empty. And so to see so many people here today getting their flowers, to me, is so important, because we've had so many times where people don't come anymore. And having people here, I hope, is a little bit of what the council can do for you, to show you our thanks and recognition for all of your hard work. Freddie is one of the quietest people I know, except when you start talking about hip hop. And he's like an encyclopedia. You rattled off all these things last time, and so I appreciate you bringing this here. We also had Big Frida here, about a month ago, and then she did a show at ADL that night. And so all of my worlds are colliding, and my teenagers, streaming and Instagramming Big Frida, dancing with the Jewish moms, Bounce meets Havana Gila. It was a big night, and it just reminds me of what's so great about this city, is that we have created this culture, but we're combining it and showing our love for each other with it. Wayne, the last thing is, I agree with you about the money-making aspect. We let too much money go to LA, Nashville, New York.
Yeah.
What can we do to make sure that money stays here, that people have their copyright, people have their trademark, people make sure they keep their money, and that others aren't benefiting and free riding off the work that other people have done? So however we can work together to make that happen, I think all of us would really like to do. Thank you all.
Before I say a few words, I have to acknowledge, and I'm not going to get to everybody, but I would like this person to come up, because this person doesn't get the credit they deserve worldwide, but he's one of the best producers ever, and that's KLC. Can you come up, KLC?
Damn, baby, that's damn.
Definitely wouldn't be a New Orleans music scene without the man, one of the many, but definitely a leader behind the scenes, producing Beats by the Pound and Medicine Man. So you give us a couple of words on this 50 years of hip hop and what New Orleans has meant to hip hop.
Well, New Orleans meant everything to hip hop, because first of all, it's like, with no limited cash money done in the history of hip hop. It's never been done before, and they will never let it happen again.
It's that part.
So that's something that we need to think about. And when you see these, like the history of hip hop, if you notice, no limited cash money was never spoke about it. When we change what music is today. You know what I'm saying? They're not letting it be said, it's a bias thing. I know we didn't create it, but we sure enough put it where it's supposed to be for the South. And showed everybody how to live and do independent with your companies without having to depend on the major companies. And I'm gonna speak and I'm gonna say this about New Orleans as far as us. We need to learn how to work together with this here.
That's it. That's it.
Because I'm gonna tell you like this here. We are fighting amongst each other about to get to one spot when everybody's taking everything from us and benefiting. So if we don't get it together, we might as well have this as an expensive hobby. Get our business together, work together. That's the only way we're gonna come up together. You know, this can't be a selfish business, but it's not a selfish city. We host the most venues, events, everything have to come here. That's why New Orleans holds the record of having the most Super Bowls. It's things that they can do here, they can't do nowhere else. And we need to start treating that with our music, period. You know what I'm saying? If it's to the point to where if I can't work with you and don't feel you, you know what I'm saying? We need not to work at all because I'm doing whatever I can to benefit for the city. So when I'm speaking on no limit, cash money, because we are the front of the cities of making things happen where people look and talk about first. But it's also the artists that we came up with in our era and trying to teach the ones today, because one thing you got to understand, it's not their business to teach you the business. And that's a fact. So if we don't teach and teach these youngins coming up, you know, it's like they're gonna always be broke. They just gotta learn the business of it because that's first. You know, you being an artist is just a product, but you have to know how to sell a product. You know what I'm saying? And that's just facts. So that's all I'm saying is like, you know, I've been doing this. My last job that I had, actually punching the clock, was in '89. Music fed me since then. When we put out our first 3-9 Posse record, me and MC Dot. I quit my job at the Superstore. He quit his job at Swagman. We put our two $500 checks together, and I haven't worked since. We put out our first thing. So, and I'm speaking to everybody. I know I want to work with everybody, but there's a lot of people that I'm working with. You know, when I say I'm working with you, that don't mean immediately. Because it's people before you that I'm trying to reach out to and work with before you came. So I sit back and think about what can I do to help the city, the hip hop scene, but it's just not me. You know, everybody else have to do it as well. So I can only do what I can control. I'm gonna do my part. You know, I'm gonna just make it happen and keep it moving. You know, that's what it is.
Thank you. So while we're here, and we have so many influential people under one roof, I would like us all to take a moment to think about what can we do to reach back and help out those future generations of artists, and not just artists, the children in our city who really have no guidance, who really have no mentors. What can we do as a collective body to help those children and make our city a better city from the ground up? I know many people are doing that, like Mac, Jubilee, so many other people in the audience. I saw Monster walk. I know he does a lot.
All right, now. All right, now.
Yep.
All right, now. Yep. All right, now we got that. All right. All right, now we got it. We got it. Now. Yeah, we got it. All right, now, done. We got it. Get it together. All right, now. Get it together. All right, let's go. Keep going. Let's go.
Definitely agree, Mark. We the men definitely stepped up, so I appreciate you for those words. I didn't want to do this, but I'm gonna have to just wrap up a few names of people that I recognize in the audience that made my childhood and so many other childhoods memorable, made our lives memorable. You couldn't go to a dance in high school or a talent show without hearing Jubilee. For so many years, PNC, Partners of Crime, Kid, faces on every wanted post. UNLV. I saw Lil Young in the back, told him I've listened to him since the Six of Barone days, the Mac Mel Calio days, the Third World Court Day days, Mia X. without a doubt, one of the best women rappers ever, best rappers ever, and did it in a very, very classy way. My law school professor said you were one of the smartest people she ever knew growing up over at St. Mary's. So thank you for your contributions. Wild Wayne, we all 9 o'clock props, slammer the jammer. I said that hot 8 at 8. Your voice is the voice of New Orleans hip hop. For my people in the West Bank, Money Mike, Joe Black from the cutoff to the ferry.
Oh, yeah.
Holding it down for the West Bank.
There you go.
Chopper, I saw Chopper walk in. Part of the childhood, still a part of the culture in the city with the Saints. You getting paid for those dances and those commercials?
Yes.
How Bono, we mentioned KLC, Mac, you know, your story, your testimony is something the children need to hear. So thank you for your work. I know you're working with YEP, Young Entrepreneurs Program, Project Keep up the good work. Snipe, I saw Snipe in here, Chopper City Boys. Thank you for all the work you've done. He's already spoken. Monster with the fade, we appreciate your work and your words, definitely appreciate. I'm gonna stop right there. There's a lot of people could do this forever. And like Joe said, I grew up listening to Gregory D.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely. Gregory D. Stand up, Gregory D. Gregory D. What? I'm sorry, Gregory D. Go to that mic, any mic you want to go to. Any mic.
Hey, yeah.
Check this out. Listen, you know I like to joke and clown around, right?
Yeah.
Check this out. I know Birdman couldn't be here, so I gotta live in the words of Birdman, all right? We're gonna start this off just like this. Stop playing with my name. 70, y'all. No, I'm just playing. I'm just playing.
Oh, true.
Good job, my brother. Hey, listen. Like on the real, I wanna, say thank you for you guys putting this together. I can tell you what, before I give these other things, let me tell y'all was asking, how could y'all, looking for suggestions to help the community, you know what I'm saying, the hip hop world with the rap. I'm gonna tell you what we need to do. Somebody need to put up a budget to open up these studios. Let me tell you why. Because all the rappers is killers, jackers, robbers. You need somewhere for them to go. If we build a bunch of studios, the crime rate is gonna go down in New Orleans. Because all of them gonna be in the studio rapping. Everybody might think that's a game. It's not a game. You know what I'm saying? So we need to think about that. Listen, because I know I only got probably about 62 more seconds on my 2 minutes, right? Check this out. Precise is in here. And I gotta catch everybody. And I gotta acknowledge them because it's so many people that's in here. Precise is in here. Paul is in here. John Line is in here. Yeah. Magnolia Chop is in here. You know, say Elton is in here. And I gotta give, I have to give shout outs to the people that's helping with the community. My man Mike Willis is in here. My man Callie O'Val is in the back. You know, my man Jay Austin is in here. My man Mac is in here. You know, rest in peace to all the artists that I marketed and promoted, from Young Greatness to Ted This Mother, Biggie Big Down, to Tim Smooth, to Magnolia Chop, okay, to McKinley Phipps, and everybody that's not here, rest in peace, Yellow Boy. You know what I'm saying? We definitely got to, and listen, man, I don't want to forget nobody. Listen, I don't want to forget nobody in here. I swear, say, dog, they got rest in peace, Weeby. Say. Listen, welcome home, Tech 9. You know what I'm saying? Welcome home, BG. KL, thank you, boy. Look, I love your ad libs. This is what I need to know right now, though. I need everybody to understand we need to work with each other. Please, man, let's work with each other. Like KL said, You know, Atlanta is working with each other. They on fire. You feel what I'm saying? I mean, so listen, let's try to put it together. And I don't know what else to say. See, I don't really do too many interviews. They'll tell you. Between that Netflix and between the Shell Connor, I don't like coming outside doing interviews because I don't bite my tongue. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of bad. But you know why? Because we need more doors open so that the local hip hop community can make legitimate money and shut down the contraband movement. Okay? Because contraband is gonna get moved. Because that's how we gotta live. And that's the bottom line. But if everybody, and I'm sorry, that just had to be something real I just said. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I didn't write this down. Just straight off the head. I won't say this to y'all on the city council. Say, dog, I ain't gonna lie. I done been around like a lot of superstars, but I'm starstruck looking at y'all in the city council. Because I always see y'all on the news, and I ain't never meet y'all together. So where your boy at that used to be up there with y'all that always wrecking up? It's your boy.
All right. That's it.
I'm sorry. Listen, I want to thank everybody. I want to thank everybody. You know what I'm saying? Listen, love y'all. New Orleans hip hop. Represent the building. Thank y'all very much.
Yeah.
So we're gonna do, we're gonna have the council, listen up. So we're gonna have the council come down, Sess and Wham, y'all can call like 5 names at a time. And we'll have them take a picture with the council and then we'll do it like that.
All right. Can I say something right quick? One thing, can I say one thing? Hey, y'all want y'all to listen right quick. It's very important. Listen, when y'all come to the city council, people, listen, when you come in this building here and you see these beautiful people right here, don't come with an attitude. Don't come spitting at these people. They're here to do a job, to make sure we all work together. Every time we come in this building, you come with an attitude. That's not gonna get nothing solved, man. Anything negative, not gonna get nothing solved. You can scream and holler all you want. These are normal people. You can talk to people, man. I talk to Green all day, Morrell all day. I talk to him all day. You can talk to these people. These are citizen people. Stop cussing these people out and shit don't get done. They're normal people, man. They're normal people. You screaming at this shit done. Don't bring nothing negative around me ever again. That's why I had to get away. That's why you heard me on TV. I have to get away. There's too much negative stuff going on. And the kids eat that shit. They eat this. The more negative you put out, the more they taking. You ain't gotta come screaming here. How you doing, my brother? You doing okay? How you doing today? They will talk to you. Pull up to the side. Talk to them on the side. Don't speak on this damn mic and scream. Don't take away our day. This is our day.
Thank you.
Can't even stand to cry.
Thank you.
Everybody, Mike.
Got it.
Two. All right. I'm gonna read the official proclamation. I need everybody to be seated. We have a number of proclamations for artists. And if we didn't include your name, it can still happen. So I'm gonna read it, but y'all have a seat, and then we'll call 5 at a time to take a picture with the city council. All right, here we go. Here we go. Please have a seat. This is a proclamation from the New Orleans City Council. Whereas the city of New Orleans is renowned for its food, festivals, famous citizens, and foreign visitors, and whereas the city council takes great pride in paying tribute to events and activities now, therefore be it proclaimed by the city of New Orleans that the city recognizes New Orleans hip hop on its 50th anniversary. Our first person will recognize Shamar Allen. Next, Don Juan in full. Straight off that West Bank, Joe Black. One of the greatest behind the board, Precise. Oh, wait, hold on. Please listen. Okay. Keep it moving. All right, we have 5 more that we'll bring up now. First 2, the legendary partners in crime. Y'all give it up. Kango Slim and Misdemeanor. Next up, it's a dog shot. 6 shot. Hold him, hold him. Hold him till after the picture.
Know what I'm talking about. Know what I'm talking about.
Up next, we not only giving her flowers, but we got a special shout out for her because she lost one of her loved ones. Up next, Cheeky Black. Give it up for Cheeky Black. Angela. Sit down, babe. Sit down.
I'm doing fantastic. How you doing? Thank you so much. Thank you.
What's this? Yeah. One at a time. Do it 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 one at a time. Who had that? Twerk some. All right, up next, we want to give it up for the West Bank's own Chopper Style. Who they want? Up next, y'all holla, y'all holla, y'all holla. Hey, hey. Ricky B, give it up for Ricky B. Oh, yeah. All right, give it up for Kilo. They be hustling in the street. All right, give it up for Gregory. Give it up for Lil Slim. One of the first over that CMR.
That's the first party I ever did, bro. At the aquarium.
Give it up for Matt. Give it up for McKinley Phipps.
What I do now? Paradise.
Represent straight out there 9. Give it up for Rod Dizzy. T.I. You know I gotta rep that 7-1. Give it up for the biggest mama. Mama Mia. Yeah, give it up for the drum major, KLC. All right. Give it up for Mr. Hot Sausage himself, Monster with the Fade. No, they ain't know that. Only for the sun.
Oh, yeah, yeah. All right. She had cannabis popular before everybody else. I didn't see the lead. They was doing it. Give it up for Lady Rain. My bad. Say, oh. The Lady Red takes her picture. I want to bring up one of our other council members from out the Ninth Ward. Y'all give it up for Council Member Oliver Thomas.
What's happening? First of all, guys, Wayne, we had an event for our seniors up at Mercy Endeavors. So with People's Health, so that's why I'm late. Hold up. And all right. Man, first of all, shout out and blessings to everybody involved, and especially with the music. God bless you guys. Appreciate y'all. Happy holidays. What's up, Mac? Just one last comment for all of us to absorb. One comment for all of us to absorb. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. I just left a whole room of our senior citizens with People's Health about how they're living today. And ancient society says you can judge the civilization of a society in two ways: how they take care of their babies and how they take care of their elders.
Right.
Many of our babies don't know the way because we ain't showed them the way. Many of our elders don't have a way because we ain't making for them the way. So it's on us to, during this holiday season, to be our best. And if we our best, we ain't got to worry about the rest.
Give it up. OT. Up next, goddamn fire right now. Hot boy Ronald. He making it hot. My brother, Mr. Servon. Yeah, y'all know, Mr. Y'all be having G's, we be having soldiers. Give it up for LOG. Representing 6 of Barone, give it up for UNLV. I just need to put this out there. If the city council is serious about this getting money thing for our artists, this next artist is very important for business structure and music. Give it up for Devious. Make sure he on the board. Devious, get that money. Get that money from him. Don't play no games. We will sue. Representing the ladies, not only on the movie tip, but all kind of albums. And she just dropped a new one. Give it up for 3D, not T.
Up next, one of the most influential producers on the planet right now. He done brought our sound worldwide. Big shout out to all that came before him as well, but give it up for Black and Mild. Black, Bigot, Black. Genius, Up next, he might not be spitting bars, but he has been capturing the moments since the neutral grounds in front of big mans and Detour and everywhere else, and he is a global icon for the culture. Give it up for Polo Silk. The Olin Mills of the ghetto. Up next. Straight out that night, Ward. One of our representatives from the Q93 boys. Give it up for DJ Rowe. Up next, we want to give it up for Dirt Zaya and the YGs. Night one. Up next, he made it faster. Out the 10 wall, Buck. Up next, representing our ladies, as she does it so well. Give it up for Keely Black. Keely! Up next. He been holding it down behind the boards. Many national hits. Give it up for Sinister. All right, oh. We've been spinning records, all y'all records, every last one of y'all. And one of my mentors, give it up for Captain Chicken Child. We're gonna take it back to Discover days. Before it was rumors.
All right. It's your turn. Hey, up next, another person that had the idea to capture this hip hop movement on TV. Give it up for Chris from Fat and all of that. Chris Roberts. Chris, let's go, Chris. Cut the check. Cut the check. Represent from Uptown, an artist and an entrepreneur. Give it up for Calio. Okay. It need to be. Straight out there, 17 one. Give it up for Pete Town Mo. Representing out the 9 ward. Give it up for Kid. Up next. Boy, he been getting that New Orleans sound, that international exposure. Give it up for Fly Boy Keno. All right. Up next, give you that fire bounce, Gotti boy, Chris. Up next, my first ever 9 o'clock brunch rapper. Give it up for Big Ram. Big Ram in the building. Ghost Rider extraordinaire. Up next, out that night, got him jumping 9-1, Judy. All right. Get ready for the Rio. Y'all give it up for Rita. It's the Rio. Up next, all I'm gonna say is da 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 da. Boy Pig. Hey. Up next, representing the Godfather. Give it up for DJ Jubilee. Snipe and Gore. Give it up for the Chopper City Boys. Up next, give it up for State Baby. Oh, no. Okay. Up next, give it up for Don P. Got it. Oh. Hey, don't forget, we're taking a picture in front of City Hall with everybody that received the proclamation today and everybody that's a part of the hip hop movement, 50 years of New Orleans hip hop. We got some more names. David Hudson Sr. Big Mike. MC Spud, Mr. Creepin'. Katie Red. Katie. We want to give it up for Press Down. Give it up for Big Shoe. Yeah. Up the East, my man Short Fella. Oh, yeah. Mr. Marcello from the ghetto. Give it up for Miss T. Give it up for Sissy Noby. I got Skip from UTP and Wacko. And give it up for Seth 45. All right. Give it up for Magnolia Chop.
And give it up for Jimmy. Give it up for all of you. You got it. Go on there, take it. Take it now, 'cause I'm gonna be the last one. Yeah, I think. Okay. Me. You can work it.
Next, we have the one and only, the Versa Hip Hop in New Orleans, Wild Wayne. Hello, this thing on? You can hear me? Mic check, mic check. Hey, listen up, everybody. Let me get y'all attention. Hey, can I get everybody attention right quick? Check it out. Hey, y'all give it up. Hey, y'all give it up for Wild Wayne.
Council members. Council members, can I get you back up here? We have to vote to go into executive session. I need a quorum. Go. Go.
The council members. Joe, brush your machine. Second me. Council members. All right, never mind, we're good. With 3 yeas, we are now in executive session.